Welcome back to Not So Grand Garage. Tonight we're out in the fuel shed, and as you saw, there's this white stuff on the ground, and yeah, it's getting cold. So I've seen this asked quite a bit, and I've heard it asked, what do we do in cold weather? Do we keep running oil, or do we go back to diesel fuel, or what do we do? And I'll say that depends. So let's get into it. So that depends. It depends on several things. One is your climate. Around here, it averages probably down in the teens into the 20s in the winter. We will get a week typically that is either single digits or even below zero, but that's about it. Now, if you're down in Florida, I mean, 30 degrees may be as cold as you get, if that. And if you're up north, if you're up in Canada or up far north, you could see really cold temperatures, negative 30, 40, 50 degrees, so on and so forth. So your area makes a lot of decisions as far as that goes. Your oil as well. Are you mostly blending 1540 diesel oil? Are you mostly blending hydraulic oil, ATF? 5W30 from gasoline cars you're picking up at the local shops, so on and so forth. If you're running a lot of ATF and stuff like that, well, you might not have to do very much. It just depends. With me, I have ran my blend, which is a W90 typically. I've ran it down to 5-ish degrees Fahrenheit, and it worked okay. The truck started, you noticed it was down on power. It wasn't getting the fuel it was supposed to, but it would run and drive. Now, what I prefer to do come winter is just change my blend up a little bit. So I may step up to like a W85 or a W80. So that would be 15 to 20% gasoline. And that will typically get it thin enough to where you don't have to worry about it. So yeah, you can change your blends, which is why I push the dual tank setup so much. For instance, on my way to work this morning, it got really cold last night, and about halfway to work, the truck started losing power. So I reached down, hit a valve, I was back on diesel fuel, picked power back up, and went on about my business. Got to work without problem. So I knew my mix was a little too thick. Either that or had a little bit of moisture in the tank, which does happen. I mean, you've got condensation and everything else that still, it doesn't have to be in the oil or what have you. It can come from the air. So if you've got any kind of moisture in the tank, that can be a problem. It'll ice the filters over. So getting your moisture out of your oil is a big deal, especially in cold weather. So yeah, I flipped it over to diesel fuel, continued my trip to work, didn't have any issues. Drained the water separators on all my filters, and didn't have any trouble coming home. But it was also warmer by the time I came home. So I pulled into the fuel station, added 2 or 3 gallons of gasoline to the big tank, and I was on my way again. And by the time I got home, it was plenty mixed up, and that should take care of any issues. So with the dual tank setup, not only do you have a backup, you can always go back to diesel fuel as long as you haven't plugged your main fuel filters or anything like that. And then you're staying on the road, you're not getting stranded. Another thing that's nice is being able to adjust your ratios while driving. So if you notice a problem, pull into a fuel station, add a little bit of diesel fuel, add a little bit of gasoline to it, let it mix and go. And that 99% of the time fixes the problem unless you've plugged a fuel filter up. So, which, if you're doing this kind of stuff, you should be having fuel filters in the vehicle while you're at it anyways. So I always keep spare filters in the truck It's just a good idea, even if you're not doing this stuff. But yeah, with all that said, I'm going to keep it fairly short. So yeah, we adjust the blends. If we run into a problem, swing into a fuel station, make a little adjustment here and there, go on about our business. I run black diesel year round, and I haven't had any issues out of it, nothing major anyways. That's pretty well where I'm at. I don't heat the tank or anything, but I'm considering it. I do have some spare parts from an old grease car kit that came in my Mercedes. I've got a tank heater and things like that. So I am tossing around the idea of adding that auxiliary heater to the bed mounted tank. And I mean, I've got it. But I also just redid the cooling system on that truck, and I don't know that I want the hassle of running lines and everything else, so we'll see. I'm not too sure yet. So, like I said, if you're going to be doing this, keep filters on the truck. And I would highly suggest a dual tank setup, especially in the winter. I wouldn't run a single tank setup, especially heavy in the winter, because you're likely going to end up getting stuck somewhere if you have any kind of problems. You don't have a backup. With all that said, if you've got any comments, questions, complaints, what have you, drop them in the comment section below. If you haven't already, please subscribe.